Hi y'all, I'm Donnie Brook. Thank you so much for having me on Dirty Queer Digital Edition. This is my first time performing with this group, and I'm really excited. Terrified, really, because honestly, it would be easier for me to strip naked in front of you than to say what I'm about to. Because getting your cock out is a manly thing to do, right? You gotta show the world you got balls. Get a ruler, find out how much of a man you are. It's easier to prove yourself by that metric than by being a real person. To prove yourself by acts and deeds, that takes effort. And anyway, a real man has nothing to prove. I'm an imposter. Pretending to be confident and competent, educated and erudite, mainstream, vanilla, heterosexual, average Joe, aspiring to monogamy and 2 kids and a white picket fence kind of life, while manly manning man stuff with rustic panache. I feel like even in a creative space, I have to be a man. That I should have gravitas and speak from authority. Even my inflection is a reflection of the fear that I have that I must fit in and do this or that in a way that everyone else does so that I can be embraced in general, if not specifically. I have this idea that my poetry should enlighten and educate, an enculturated expectation to make a difference while being the same, shed light into some small part of darkness of everyday life, be a torchbearer, a light bringer, but not too much of one. I mean, blaze a trail just down that well-worn path, because it's better the devil you know than to go off on your own. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. It's a chance on me. And ABBA, child of the 70s that I am, I grew up knowing that man in the middle is the expectation. But does your mother know a dancing queen is what you feel? You have to hide it because exposing your truth leads to rejection in letters and glances, words and deeds by friends and lovers and strangers and family. Even the enlightened, willing to admit that they may not be right, seem confident telling me that I am most definitely wrong. And while they may not have all the answers, are more than comfortable grading the paper of my life and saying that I do not pass. Too many mistakes. Too provocative. Disregard for conventions and rules. So I stand here wondering, what am I actually bringing to the stage? All the world's a stage. It makes me afraid. Afraid that a middle-aged white male that presents straight-ish and is comfortable in his gender, if not his body and history, will be stripped naked, not just to the flesh, but to the heart of me, and revealed as an imposter to the expectations of society. I'm faking it to make it through the work week without anyone discovering that my pendulum swings 2 sigmas east of the median and 2 sigmas west of many modes. And depending on your metric and scale, your mileage may vary, but my variance is the only real thing I feel. I can't sport or lift or restrict my emotions to angry or horny. I'm queer and odd and feel all the things all the time and cry too much for top manhood marks. I even struggle with the rubric of what it means to be a man, because it feels like I'm copying my answers from a textbook that was out of date before I was even born. I might be getting an F in normal and a D- in man, but I think if I drop those classes, I could make the grade as a decent human being. Thank you again for having me. It's been a pleasure.